All right, moving on. All right, thank you. Next, recognize the gentleman from the great state of Iowa, Mr. Feenstra.
Thank you, Chairman Ferguson, and thank you, Ranking Member. Obviously, I don't need to relitigate what everybody's saying, that we have a growing backlog of Social Security claims and disability decisions. We have a situation, that is just incredible of backlogs. We rolled back a lot of things that created efficiencies during the pandemic, and now we're going back to manual processes. My question to Ms. Kerr Davis, what is your solutions? I mean, where do we go? I mean, you're hearing from everybody, we got problems.
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes, give me a minute here. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay. Well, we have a plan. We're working on a plan. So we didn't get here overnight, right? This is a convergence of factors that increased pending, increased wait times for both initial and reconsideration claims. So what we saw, recruitment and retention challenges, Jackie talked about that. Changes in the labor market for disability examiners. Attrition rate rose to a record high of 19.4% in fiscal year 21.
Okay, I wanna hear what you're doing about it. I
Okay.
get all the stats, and let me give you a stat. Initial claim receipts are the lowest they've ever been since 2002. So we have a dramatically lower claims process or receipts than we ever had. So to me, that's the indicator, right, of how many people are claiming. And yet that's dramatically down. So I'm asking, the system is broken. All right, what are you going to do about it?
Okay, so we do. We have some short-term and long-term steps that we are planning to take. So in the short term, we have established cadres. And these are folks who work at SSA that have prior disability experience. They're federal employees where we have taken them, retrained them if needed, gave them refresher training, and we have diverted them to focus on the disability workloads, on the backlogs. We are also looking at the DDS hiring practices. As I mentioned in my testimony, the commissioner reached out to governors about what they could do to help us with recruitment and retention. We also have longer range plans that are more customer focused on communication policies. Again, people don't want to be contacted by phone.
Right.
We also are improving technology and then looking at the vocational aspects or the look back period of what it takes to adjudicate a disability claim. So there's not a silver bullet here. It's going to be a lot of different factors, but we have short-term plans, we have longer-term plans.
Right.
But to do that, we're going to need sufficient and sustained resources.
Okay, and you've got the resources. I mean, I've looked at what all the money that has come in, and this is my biggest issue that no one is saying. All right, you had just had an additional $60 million come in. There's a lot of money out there, and here's the problem: if you look over the last decade, all the money that's gone in to help this out, and we're still in this problem. I mean, this isn't just today's problem. This was 5 years ago problem. This was 10 years ago problem that we've been talking about this. We're still doing manual processes. SSA is still using occupational data from 30 plus years ago. So I hear what you're saying, but it does not resonate with me because of the long wait times that are happening. And it's from administrative law, right? I mean, being an administrative law judge, not myself, but you have to wait a long time before you get there, and then you have to wait another 60 days or more for the review decision. I mean, the process is broken. So, Mr. Worcester-Zorski, I mean, help me out here. As the appeals council process, has that ever been discussed of how long these wait times are?
Well, Congressman, I agree with the just of your approach is that this is not a budget problem. This deterioration is very sudden and very severe, and it's come basically in the last 2 to 3 years. We really never saw such long wait times at the initial stages before. And really, there has to be it's not a budget problem. There is a management and labor, and maybe it relates to the reintroduction of the reconsideration. There's a more immediate problem here, and it's not related to long-term budget.
And I agree with you. I mean, I just look at it, the massive bureaucracy that's out there and that we're paying for, and yet we're not getting the results. And this is the bottom line: is why aren't we getting the results? This is what I'm trying to. I mean, in private sector business, we'd figure this out real soon. But here, obviously, federal bureaucracy, we just can't get it done. Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank the gentleman. Your line of questioning, your answer reminded me of something. Mr. Camp, I believe it was you that pointed out that what is considered an ideal wait time is 60 days, and that's not been met in 40 years.